You can study in the morning, you can study at night. You can study outside by a campfire light. You can study with the Rabbi.
I recently read an article from the Gatestone Institute International Policy Council by Bassam Tawil. He's a scholar based in the Middle East. And the article is called Palestinians, the Difference Between Us and Them. And here's how he begins his article. I cannot count the number of times that I heard from Israeli press the phrases, I'm ashamed and I'm sorry, in response to the horrific crime that claimed the life of a Palestinian toddler, Ali Dawabsha, in the West Bank village of Duma last week. He goes on in his article to talk about the strong response that both Israel press, Israelis in general, and the leadership of Israel has had to the horrific attack on that Palestinian home that killed the toddler and left his parents and his 4-year-old brother in the hospital with burns. Israeli president went to visit that 4-year-old boy in his hospital bed. We Jews should be ashamed when something like this happens. We should be ashamed that we have allowed members of our community to take texts, to take traditions, to take beliefs, to take their Zionistic ideals and to bastardize them and use them to hurt other people. And it's not just when we hurt Palestinians, it's when we hurt other Israelis, other Jews, when we attack 6 people with a knife at a gay pride parade. Being ashamed is what makes us who we are. When we recognize our failings, when we recognize the ways that we've missed the mark, that shame, and only that shame, is what can help us become better. We are at our best when we are sorry for the mistakes that we've made, and they are collective mistakes. It's not just one person who goes and stabs others. It's not just a couple of teenagers who go and attack a Palestinian home. It's a community that has allowed discourse to encourage that kind of behavior. It's a people, a community that has allowed interpretation of text, that has allowed misinterpretation and misunderstanding of facts on the ground, and has allowed that to fester into real hatred. And so our shame and our apologies are when we're at our best, because it recognizes that we have a lot more work to do. The next step that Israel has to take is to actually act on that shame, is to make sure that the person who attacked that gay pride parade is locked up and is never allowed to come out again, and to make sure that the people who attacked that home are caught and tried and punished for their crime. That's when we're at our best. Shame is not something to be ashamed of. It is a source of pride. And this author writes that he only wishes that the Palestinians would have that same shame when they perpetrate terrible tragedies, when they cause terrible pain. It's okay to be ashamed, especially at this time of year when we are encouraged, when we're obligated to look back at the mistakes that we've made and have shame about them. Every day when we do tachanun, we put our head on our hand and we say, I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed of the way that I've behaved. Help me be better. Don't be afraid of being ashamed. Don't be afraid of being pained. When you see something in this world that is wrong, when you do something in this world that is wrong, when you're complicit in a crime, when you allow rhetoric to turn into tragedy, embrace that shame and then do something with it.
Let's talk some Torah. It's okay, as you will see, that we're bound to disagree. Don't have to see eye to eye to make the Torah come alive. Now that I've had my say, let's not waste the whole day.